Remember, to every first grader, a second grader's an expert. People are coming to you for what you already know, for what you already right now at this point in time, that information you currently have in your head. They are not coming to you for a course in all the things you don't yet know. They're coming to you for what you know right now already. And then secondary to that, I then have people say, oh, one of the myths or the barriers, the imposter syndrome, the thing that stops people moving from week 2 into week 3 and week 4 in this program is usually because they will say things like, I'm too young to teach a course. Here are some of the common things. In fact, I would love to know in the chat. I would love to know in the chat from you guys, what do you think has been holding you back the most, aside from just time? What do you think really has been holding you back from putting yourself out there, creating a course or a program? Because these are common things I've been hearing for the last 20 years. I'm too young to create a course. Now, as someone who started being a teacher trainer at the age of 19 years old, whilst I was still doing my teaching degree, that was certainly an imposter syndrome thing that I had, a barrier that I had to get over. Who's going to learn from me? I'm 19 years old. P.S. I was teaching in corporate at that time. Can you imagine me walking into a boardroom at 19, 20, and 21 years old to teach? I know that's the thing, because we sit here and we think about, oh, I don't have life experience yet. I don't have experience or information in this yet. But I had to remember that in the particular topic I was teaching, I had a lot of knowledge in, and the people I was teaching in the room did not have that knowledge, which was why I'd been hired as the trainer in that specific topic. Now, the other thing that people think is, I'm not sexy enough to be an online trainer. I need to be hot, right? And I'm not taking the piss out of this. This is genuinely a fear that people have. I haven't got my hair done. I haven't done my makeup. My clothes aren't right. Everything. I'm not one of those Hollywood looking people. Can I just point out here, would you ask for a refund if your university lecturer didn't look hot in a mankini? Would you go up to that university and say, I'd like a refund, please, because my university lecturer is not a Victoria's Secrets model? Of course you wouldn't. You want to know that person is going to teach you what they promised they're going to teach you. And I often think of this, right? If you were dying, God forbid, I hope nothing ever happens to you, and you were laying on the floor and the paramedic came over to save your life, would you just quickly pop up from the dead and say, sorry, paramedic, I noticed that you haven't got your hair and makeup done right now. Do you mind just coming back later once you've made yourself look a bit more profesh? Of course you wouldn't, right? You want them to come there to provide their expertise. That's what you want from that paramedic in that moment. And this, my friends, is all people want from you. They want the knowledge that's currently in your head. They want the advice that you've got now, and everything else is superfluous or extra bonbons on the Christmas tree. They're extra ribbons, they're extra decorations. And of course, I'm going to be teaching you how to add those extra decorations so that you do look as professional as possible. But if you think that your course is about how good you look, you're in what's called teacher-centered training rather than student-centered training. And we want to focus on student-centered work. So we've got to remember at this point, before we move into this, we're creating a course for people who need you. We're creating a training for people who need what you know, and it's about them. All they are coming for is not to judge you, not to worry about all the things you don't know yet and you're not an expert in. They're coming to simply get answers to their questions. You are merely a vehicle of passing on information. And I know that takes away all of our precious little egos who want to be important and feel important, but none of you came here today because you give a crap about me. You came here today to this course because you want to learn how to create a course, and that's it. So it's important that we remember that it's not about us. Oh no, I'm scared. What are they going to think of me? Are they going to judge me? It's not about us. It's about them and how we can help them, the real human beings on the other side of that lens to the camera. So a great course, a great workshop, a great coaching program, a gate membership, quite simply and only answers their questions and gets them results.